Well, there we are. We are live within the spotlight with Tyra.
And Julia. Hi.
Nice to see you all. Hope you're all having a good day. And I'm over here on Vancouver Island, BC, Canada. And Julia?
Yeah, I'm in the Okanagan, which is the southern interior of British Columbia, also in Canada.
We're almost neighbors.
Yeah, almost.
Yeah. Well, big bit of water between us.
Yeah, exactly.
I think it's about 40 miles if you were driving between Vancouver Island and the mainland.
It's about an hour and a half ferry ride.
Yeah.
And then another 4 hours to the Okanagan.
Yeah. Right. Yeah, to the Okanagan. Yeah, that's quite a while. Yeah. So, oh well, as crow flies, right?
Exactly.
So we have a wonderful guest here today. We're focusing on women, business women, moms, wives today. And before we get rocking, I want to remind you, if you're coming on and you want to comment, please remember that you need to go there on Julia's side, the StreamYard logo. You need to tap it and give them permission. And then this way, if you make comments, we'll be able to see them on screen. So that would be great.
Thank you.
As always, I'm with TN Grow Wealth Together. I'm on Facebook. I'm on YouTube, Telegram. Busy on it all. Julia?
And the same goes for me. I'm on AJ. Oh, I'm on AJ. I'm on Facebook, Telegram, YouTube as well. But I'm at AJ Internet Solutions. So I'll get that right one of these days. Yeah.
Awesome. Well, we are going to introduce our guest. She is coming in from Australia. And
So
as I said, we're focusing on business women. And we're going to introduce Lisa Smith. Hi, Lisa.
Hi, ladies. Nice to meet you.
Nice to meet you too.
Nice to see you.
Thanks for having me.
Our pleasure.
Join us today. Yeah. So what I want to start with is, I know that you were once in corporate, busy, and you came to a place where you said, that's it. So can you kind of catch us up what happened with that, and then coming into being at home and focusing more on family and that?
Yep, sure. So I've always been very career focused. I had a real passion for graphic design since a really young age. So I moved to Sydney away from home at age 17. I'm originally from about 5 hours north on the coast. So I did my degree and had a really rewarding career. I travelled, lived in London, worked over there in lots of ad agencies here and then back in Sydney. But then when I met my now husband and he had 2 stepsons, my priorities changed. I didn't want to be working back in the office. Back in my 20s, it was fun. But yeah, priorities totally changed, and I just wanted a bit more time and flexibility. And then I had a baby girl, and that just completely changed me. I ended up going back to work when she was 1 year old, and I just didn't cope. It was an hour and a half just to get into the city to go to work, an hour and a half home, getting her up, getting her ready, then my husband having to race home after work to pick her up. It was just too much. So after a couple of years, we decided that I'd stop, and I set up a online e-commerce shop which has been great. It gave me some more flexibility to be at home and some money. But yeah, it's quite hard to build a business like that because you're wearing so many different hats.
Right.
So rather than me designing and doing what I love,
right,
I was responding to messages and trying to draw traffic to my shop. it's just so hard spending so much money on different products every month, just trying to grow my business.
Right. So how do you find that you're balancing all of this as now a wife, a mother, a pup mother, a businesswoman? What are you doing that doesn't drive you absolutely crazy? What's your secret?
It is really hard. I find that when my 4-year-old daughter now, it's preschool 3 days a week. I'm trying to do so many things in that time. It is a juggle. And for a lot of mothers out there, it is a real juggle. But I feel that mums should still have an opportunity to work. That's really
Absolutely.
important to me. I'll always need that creative outlet. I love designing, but I want to do it to make me happy, not the pressure of having to earn from it.
Exactly. And you feel that OnPassive is going to help you do that when we do launch. That's
absolutely.
Correct. Yeah.
OnPassive. I'm so blessed that it came along. So I've been a founder since October 2018.
Okay.
So at that time, I was still working in the city, and that gave me hope. I wasn't sure when it was going to launch, but I knew it was going to be huge. I've been on nearly every webinar since that time, and I just get more and more excited every webinar, especially now that they're releasing some of the products, because not only am I excited to use those products for my business to see how it all works, but just OnPassive as a business in itself, I don't think I'm going to need anything else. And for me to keep designing, it's going to be for me, because that's my creative outlet, but without the pressure.
Oh, that's wonderful. That's awesome.
So you said 2019 you came in, or 2018?
2018 October.
2018. Okay.
I signed my husband up in the January 2019 without him knowing at first. But yeah, I want that for him as well, because he works so hard for our family. I want to see him more. But I guess with him working so much, I'm very busy with the kids, pickups, drop-offs, sport. It'd be so nice for him to have a bit more flexibility as well and work on something he is passionate about as well.
Absolutely. I agree with you 100%.
So more and more products are being revealed to us. Now, are you finding that there's products that are coming out and will be coming out that are going to make your time management better with, because obviously I know I worked when my kids were small. I was a single parent for 12 years. And man, if I wasn't on the ball and organized, it was like total chaos,
Yeah.
And now all of a sudden here we've got OnPassive bringing out things. So do you find there's products coming that are really exciting you with what you're doing?
Yes, definitely. Oh, the products, I'm just blown away. Some of the products I'm really excited about, like having an e-commerce platform, which I've got my online shop through, has been a good start to get online. But having my own standalone website, for one, which I've been trying to get done for the last 4 years, but just haven't had the chance. The website builder, OCreate, I'm really excited about that. Thousands of different templates that you can choose from that relate to your business. It's SEO compatible. I just can't wait to find out more about that. Another product. So I've got some stats here. Just that product portfolio alone, by 2027, the market value is 13.6 billion just for that alone.
Wow.
So some of these products that Ash and the tech team are creating, well, many of them are in the $1 billion market cap.
Yeah.
And the products are so much more superior than anything that's out there. And what we've seen so far, like even recently, the O-Trim, and I do use that for my business, but just some of the features that you get with it, it's just amazing. I was just blown away just by seeing that one product, and there's around 50. Another product too that I'm interested in is the Audit, which is a design editing
that's
program.
interesting.
The creative,
Yeah.
So that's thousands of pre-designed templates already. So rather than spending hours designing a presentation or, in my case, invitations, things like that, there's going to be templates already set up that you can just quickly edit in 5 minutes rather than 5 hours. It's just, I'm really excited about that one as well.
They're going to be shortened.
Yeah, and it's all under one umbrella, so it's not like you have to go have, as I've said in previous interviews, it's not 500 passwords that you have to remember.
No.
It's all in one-stop shop. You can do it, have about 10 screens on, and it's all with one company. So
exactly, like the bulk email, I've got an account that I pay monthly for. I pay for my domain name, even though I don't have a website yet. I wanted to keep that domain name, so I pay a yearly fee for that. With OnPassive, you get all of that included in the one membership subscription. But when you're a founder, you pay that first initial monthly subscription fee, but after that, that's it. It's a one-time payment. So you're getting paid to use these amazing products. It's just a no-brainer. It's just amazing how it's all been set up. Ash is just amazing.
Well, when you consider, if you do the math in your head as far as what you're paying for all the things you need to run your business online,
yeah,
and then you consider the time it takes you, I mean, the numbers alone, money-wise, will completely change. Plus the time. I mean, that is something. With a busy mom, you're married, you have, and as Julia said, a pup mom, it's a lot on your plate when you have all that going, and all of a sudden to go from hours and hours to having it fully automated for you.
Yeah, exactly right. It's just going to be great. I know it's a business in itself, and that's what I love about it is it's been set up for people of all ages. My mum, bless her, she's my sponsor. She spent years trying to find something like this online. She sold products. She's just tried everything and just fail after fail. And then with OnPassive, she came across it, and I think she was doing something else at the time because she wanted me to design some graphics for it to advertise it. So I was doing that, and then she started talking about OnPassive. There wasn't even a name back then, and I was like, "What's this one? Is this a new one?" And oh no! And I was rolling my eyes, thinking, "Oh no, not again." But I said, "Send me the videos. I'll have a look." She sent me the 2 videos of Ash, and I just trusted him. I just trusted him instantly, and I just got in.
Right on.
I just got in, and it's the best decision I've ever made.
Oh, that's
and I'm so happy that my mum, she never gave up trying to find something. It just hadn't been done yet. And yeah, I'm just
it was meant
so
to be.
excited for her. Yeah.
Yeah. Oh, that's fantastic. What a wonderful story.
Right.
Now, I do have a question for you.
Yeah.
What value do you feel OnPassive is going to bring to mums and business women worldwide? Like, not just in Australia, not just in Canada where we are, but worldwide.
Worldwide. I was on the Papua New Guinea webinar. I couldn't catch it live, but I listened to it the next day, and I was just blown away. The women's stories from that country. A lot of people, especially overseas, hadn't even heard of Papua New Guinea. Obviously, we knew about it because they're close to Australia. But yeah, what they're doing for that country, and the women, they were just so thankful. It's, it's just amazing.
See, a lot of people, a lot of women.
Sorry, go
Sorry
ahead.
about that. So sorry about that. A lot of the women tend in a lot of these countries aren't really allowed to do very much, and they're kind of held back. So I believe OnPassive, I mean, doesn't discriminate against that. So I agree with you wholeheartedly that this is just a blessing. So I agree with you 100% on that.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, it's been set up for everyone. Business women, stay-at-home mums. It's a business within itself, and you can remain totally passive if you want. But the more you get to learn about it, the more excited you get. And there's no way I'll just be sitting passive. I'll be sharing it as much as I can. The products, just showing people how good these products are. It's people from everywhere are going to be coming in as soon as they see these products. It's just going to be huge.
Yeah. Well, when you look at what it can do for poverty levels, I don't know what it's like in Australia, but in Canada, our poverty line is, Julia, would you say like around 30,000 a year?
I would say about that. It's between the $25,000-$30,000.
That's a lot of money. So, and that's the level here. Now, you're giving Papua New Guinea as an example. Well, I don't know what their numbers are, but I know it is not a wealthy country. So consider hypothetical, if you're making $300 a month, now all of a sudden you're bringing in an extra income, and say it doubles. Say you're making $600 a month. Oh my goodness.
Oh, it's huge.
It is, truly.
And some of these women in Papua New Guinea and other countries, they're working hard to look after their families. They're going out to the markets, very early in the morning and not coming back till late at night, trying to sell their fruit, for instance. But imagine getting an income without having to do that.
Yes.
A much, much more superior income. And they're not having to go out. They don't even have to leave their house. They can just spend time with their families.
Exactly.
It's amazing.
Yeah. Well, I know when my kids were small, and as I said earlier, I was a single parent for 12 years. I was a hairdresser. So I finally built a shop in my basement so that I could actually be home for my kids.
Yeah.
Because otherwise I was constantly gone. And what do? You're paying a babysitter, so you're not making any money.
Yeah.
And the rest is taxes and gas, So for women, I mean, not that I'm saying men don't struggle and stuff, don't get me wrong, but it seems, there is a different, I don't know if you want to say pressure or different whatever on women with being the main caregivers of children in the home and stuff. And so this kind of opportunity, I mean, I think back in my day and how hard I worked to make ends meet. Now you consider if we could have doubled what we were making. It would have been, a person would feel like you've arrived.
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah, it's just a dream, really, isn't it, to be a part of this. And I think one thing I thought I would struggle with was the social interaction with work.
Okay.
So when I did go back to work after having my baby girl, it was good to have that adult conversation, but I found that everything is online now. So in the office, they didn't allow us to work from home, even though we easily could have. But, you know, I'd print out a design to get proofread. That was how we used to do it.
Mm-hmm.
But then now I returned and I had to, the proofreader was 2 desks away, but I had to upload it online for her to check online. So I wasn't having any interaction with anyone at work, and that was one of the main things why I went back for that. But now with OnPassive, I'm on webinars. I've met so many people from everywhere, of all ages. I love it. I absolutely love it. Every time I talk to people about it, I just get so excited. I talk to my mum and we get off the phone and we're just so excited. It's just great.
And so your husband knows he's actually in OnPassive now?
Yes, yes. Yes. Yeah, he's starting to come around. He's quite interested now. He's seen some of the products, and I actually showed my 14-year-old stepson last weekend, and he's right into his technology, and I showed him the website and some of the tools, and he's like, wow. And his dad was like, what, you really think it's that good? And Caleb's like, Dad, yes, that is awesome. He's like, I want to do it. Like, what can I do? He was just, yeah, I'm really excited for kids coming through to have OnPassive, the products. Everyone's going to be using OnPassive products. I just know they will.
Absolutely. And it will be a household name before you know it. And and so you're enjoying your time in OnPassive, obviously.
Oh, yeah, I absolutely love it. Yeah.
Oh, so that's wonderful.
All of that, like as we talked about the different products and how it's going to make things easier for you and what you're doing. So if we pull it all together, basically what your goal is to have time freedom, right?
Yes.
Because
100%.
if you're not spending as much time working and stuff, you obviously will be able to spend more time
creating.
Yes,
creating.
Exactly.
And focused on the family, hey?
Yeah, definitely. Look, I'll always be passionate about design. I really need that as a creative outlet for myself, but to be able to do it without the pressure, that's why it will be enjoyable, without having that pressure of having to earn money with it. I think that's really important. And yeah, just the time freedom. Time goes so fast and you never get that time back. My stepsons, they were 3 and 4 when they first came along. They're now 13 and 14. They're young men. They're just about taller than me. Yeah, it's just crazy. It just feels like it goes in a blink of an eye. My baby girl starts school next year. It's just unbelievable. So to have more quality time with the family is so important to me, and to start living. Just if we want to go away for a weekend, just jump in the car and go without thinking, oh no, I've got designs to do. I've got to get that done. Hubby doesn't get home till late Friday, so we can't do that. Just that time, just to do things that we love together.
Yeah, and we take it for granted, right? So because time does go so fast, and
Yeah.
as you said, the kids grow so fast, and the dogs and everything else. It's just we take it for granted, and to know that OnPassive will have our back
Yeah.
is in so many different ways with so many different products, and the fact that each product is a separate entity in itself, or could
Yes.
be packaged as a one umbrella under one umbrella is just it's unheard of. It's a one of a kind company. And just so everyone knows, before I forget, if you go to onpassive.com, what Lisa was talking about, the different products that are out there, there's a description for each product, which is pretty spectacular. So take a look at that. It's onpassive.com when you have a chance. But I'm just going to leave that for now. But Lisa, I was going to ask you, whereabouts in Australia are you from?
Originally, so it's a small town called Laurelton, so it's part of the Camden Haven area. So it's on the coast, on the east coast of New South Wales.
Yeah.
About 5 hours north, and it's absolutely beautiful up there. Beaches, rivers, lakes. Yeah, we do. Both our families are up there, so we do go up there for holidays, which is great. But our base is now in Sydney for now, anyway.
Okay. And so you have a team and a group from Australia.
Yep.
And you pretty much do webinars through them as well. Is that what I'm understanding?
Yeah. Yep. The last couple of weeks we've done a few outback chats, we called them. We've had some amazing guests on those. Yeah, I met the others on the team just through messages, I guess. Yeah, and we're from all over the place. There's someone from Yvonne's from WA. We've got a couple of the girls. I think you've spoken to Jackie in Victoria, and her friend Nikita. I haven't met them personally yet, but it feels like I know them, and that they're really close friends now. And then there's Mark up in Queensland too. So yeah, and we're all different ages. We've all got different backgrounds, but we all share the same passion for OnPassive. And yeah, it's so exciting to share it with others that are just as passionate about it as me.
Oh, that's wonderful. That's wonderful.
So just to tie this together, anybody that's watching, we want to remind you, each of us, whether you are a working mom or a stay-at-home mom, or maybe like Lisa, you're at home but you're working because you have an online business, we really want to encourage you to check out OnPassive and all that it can do for you. It's $97 to join US, and you become a founder. You have a position. And oh my goodness, like Julia said earlier about onpassive.com, I mean, there is so much information there each day, as Lisa mentioned about the webinars. Each week we have a webinar and we're learning more and more, and we are all more and more amazed at what we actually have.
So that webinar, it was 4 a.m. Sydney time.
Oh dear.
My alarm went off and I was plugged straight in. And yeah, I wasn't going to miss it for the world. These webinars, even if I've got my headphones plugged in, I've got my phone in my pocket, I'm dropping kids off, I'm walking the dog, I'm always plugged in because I just don't want to miss anything. And I think it's important to be plugged in. I know it's a passive business, but if you can, just get involved and just listen and plug yourself in a bit more. It's just amazing.
Yeah. So just to wrap up, if you guys are interested, you want to be a founder, reach out to Lisa, reach out to Julia, reach out to myself. We would love to help you guys get to where you need to be. You can find this later on. What do you have a YouTube channel, Lisa?
Yeah, so OnPassive Team Australia. Yeah, we'll definitely put it up there. And we'd love for everyone to check out our channel and subscribe. Like I said, we've been doing some Outback chats and some webinars, and we've had some really great guests. They're a lot of fun, and yeah, come and check us out.
Good.
Yeah, and I hope to get back to Australia again soon.
Yes, and you're welcome here anytime.
Thank you so much. Thank you so much.
Well, Lisa, thank you very much for taking the time out of your busy schedule. And we are hoping and praying the very best for you going forward with OnPassive and what's going to be coming out and how your business is going to be able to grow.
Yeah. And
and please keep in touch.
Yes, definitely. Yeah. Thanks so much for having me. It's great to chat with you.
Yeah. Take care of yourself.
Thanks.
Don't work too hard.
Thank you. Bye.
Yeah. Bye for now.
Well, wasn't that fantastic?
Just the sweetest girl. She's so sweet.
And, as I was listening to her talk, I was thinking about the demands for, the demands for on a woman that's working outside the home. And, nowadays, more and more, you're seeing people finding businesses online and being able to be home. And of course, with what's going on globally, hopefully things are going to be shifting and changing very quickly here. Absolutely. But everything is pointing towards online. So if you have a business and you want to get it going and get that traffic driven and skyrocket, OnPassive can do that for you.
Right.
And Julia can explain to you, if you don't have a business, what can OnPassive do for you?
Well, it's unlimited, really. OnPassive is going to basically help anybody in the world, whether you're high ranking or not ranking. It doesn't care. As I said before, it does not discriminate, and right. It's for anybody out there that is willing to learn. You could be passive, OnPassive. It doesn't matter. But it's where the world is going right now. OnPassive is a one-of-a-kind company, and you'll know all about us in a year's time. I can almost guarantee it.
Oh, for sure. I know the first time I heard about it, I didn't even look into it. One of my friends sent me a bunch of information, and she said, "Oh, well, it's this online tech company, AI, blah." As soon as she said that, I was like, just send me the information. I'm signing up.
Absolutely. Absolutely. And it's evolving so much so that we can't even keep up. That's why we listen to the webinars.
Well, but the thing of it is, that people are online. So customers are online.
Exactly.
So, I saw a thing a couple months ago that a major Hudson Bay company here in Canada that is an icon in Winnipeg was closing its doors. And the building was like a block by a block or something. It was this massive, I don't know if it was like 5 stories, but they are seeing the power of online because yes, there's brick and mortar. Of course, we need those. But exactly. My goodness, you can reach anybody anywhere if you're online.
Exactly. And so just to close out here, I just wanted to let everybody know that I lost my train of thought. Excuse me, Tyra, take over for a second. I'm so sorry about that. Anyways, I just want to let you know, if you enjoyed this actual interview, if you heard something that was really interesting, please go back to the person who invited you, whether it be myself, Tyra, or even Lisa. By all means, we're an integral company. Please go to the person who actually invited you here. At this point, I'm just going to give it to Tyra, and I'm going to say thank you very much for your time.
Yes, that's great. Thanks, you guys, so much. It's always such a joy. We do these interviews and we hear the different ideas and feedbacks from different people, and it's always unique to the person. So it's
Exactly.
really encouraging. We have coming up here Monday, what is that? March 8th, we have Idris Modi.
That's what I was going to say.
All the way from India. Okay, so there you are online. Here we are. We're going to be speaking with this gentleman all the way from India. I mean, if you would have told us this even 10, maybe 15 years ago, we would have thought you were crazy. But here we're going to be. So join us Monday, March 18th. What time are we doing this? 7 p.m. PST. And Idris is an amazing gentleman. You're not going to want to miss this. He is quite the character. He's part of the leadership team on OnPassive. So we hope you're going to be able to join us for that. So thank you, everyone. Have a wonderful day, evening, morning, wherever you are in the world. Enjoy yourself.
Thanks for joining us. Bye for now.
Now.